Alright, welcome to A1 lesson 37, which is the last lesson of this level. And we review all the table of grammar contents of A1. And when we review the table content of grammar A1 grammar, we do a quick revision or recap of everything that we have studied in A1. And I hope that if you have learned everything from A1 level, you are now at a good level to understand clearly the basic conversation and even basic writing, reading, and even listening at the same time. And at this time, we are going to go into A2, which will teach us more about a little bit preparation, which will prepare us for the next intermediate level. So I hope that you have followed all the videos from A1 to 36. If you have followed them properly, 36, this 37th lesson is going to help us clearly understand very well what we did not understand in those past videos or past lessons. We learned what we call verb to be. We said that the verb to be in the present has three forms: am, is, are. I am a teacher, she is happy. And we said that we have the structure is subject plus am, is, are plus noun or adjective. Like this is a noun, this is an adjective. And when we go into pronouns, we learned three types: subject pronoun, object pronoun, possessive adjective. And when we go to pronouns, they have three classes: that's subject pronoun, object pronoun, and possessive adjective. Those are the ones that we learned. And when we go into what we call the subject pronoun, we have I, you, he, she, it, we, they. And when we go to object pronoun, we have me, you, him, her, it, us, them. And when we go into what we call the possessive adjective, we have my, his, her, our, its, their. I like her, this is my book, like that. And we have learned what we call articles. We said that A and N, they are called indefinite articles. They are not specific. And we say that they is what we call definite article. It is specific article. And we say that the third is what we call no article, where we say that A is used before consonant sound words, singular countable nouns with a consonant sound, and we use N with singular countable nouns starting with a vowel sound, and we use they when both the speaker and the listener know what is being said, and when it is for the second time saying about something, we use they. And when it is only one, we use they. We use no article when we are talking about plural countable nouns in general, or when we are talking about uncountable nouns in general, or when we talk about languages, sports, subjects, or meals. This is a pen, this pen is blue. We also learned what we call adjectives. Adjectives, they describe people or they describe things. They give us information about people, information about place, information about things. She is tall, this book is interesting, like that. There is what we call present simple. Present simple talks about routines and facts. Routines and facts. And the structure, we have a positive structure of subject plus V1 object. The question is do or does plus subject plus verb and object. And for the question, for the negative, we use subject plus don't or doesn't plus V1. When we are in the positive, on he, she, it, we add s or es. We use do on subject I, you, we, they. We use does on he, she, it. I go to school every day. We learned also adverbs of frequency. That's to say always, usually, never, sometimes, rarely. and we put them before the main verb or after verb to be. I usually wake up at 6. We also learned questions, question word order, where we say that we use what we call helping verb plus subject verb object in normal sentence. When we say that helping verb, that is to say have, do, does, is, are, and that's what we say that we have what we call WH question, where we use who for people, what for things, where for places, when for time, why for reasons, how for methods or way. What is your name? Where do you live? Prepositions of time. We learned how to use at, in, on. When we are talking about preposition of time, we use at for specific time. We use in for a long period of time, and we use on for dates. I wake up at 6. I work on Monday. We learned how to use also prepositions of place. In preposition of place, we learned next to, behind, under, over, above, next to, in front of, inside, and we also learned how to use at, in, on also as a preposition of place. The cat is under the table. You can go back and review some more prepositions of place deeply in the lesson that we learned talking about prepositions of place. We also learned with the present continuous, which talks about the actions happening now. What is happening now? We can also use it for temporary situations or even for future action. She is reading a book. Sorry. We also learned what we call the imperative. The imperative are used to give commands or instructions. Sit down, don't run. We use don't plus verb when we are making the negative. And remember, in imperative we don't use subject. Just use V1 only. No subject, no what. We have also learned past simple or verb to be, which is where we say that they have two forms. That is to say, was or were, as the forms of verb to be in the past. I was happy yesterday. We also learned past simple of regular and irregular verb. We said the regular verb they take ed, and irregular they just change. You just have to memorize them. Let me give you some examples using regular. We have like studied, cooked, employed, played. And when we go into irregular, went, ran, read, broke, spoke, like that. Example, I played football, I went home. We learned countable nouns and uncountable nouns. We say that countable nouns, they talk about things we can count from, like 1, 2, 3, those things which we can count. And for uncountable nouns, these are things we cannot be able to count. And for countable nouns, we ask a question of how many only. But when you go into uncountable nouns, we ask how much. If you can ask how much, that is uncountable. And we learned how to use a, some, and n. We say that we use a when we are having just we use a when a or n when we have singular countable noun, a and n. When it starts with a consonant sound, use a. When it is a vowel sound, use n. Some is used in positive sentences only, or in offers and requests, polite offers and polite requests. And we use any in negatives and in questions. I have some water, I don't have any apples. Some and any can be used for both countable and uncountable. Just as long as it is positive, we use some. If it is a negative or a question, we use any. There is, there are, when we are talking about the existence in the present existence. There is a cat in the room. Comparative adjectives, we said for the short adjective we use er, and for the long adjective we use more plus adjective. She is taller than me. For the superlative, we use the plus adjective plus est for the short adjective. For the long, we use the most plus that adjective. He is the smartest student. We also learned how to use will and shall when we're talking about future simple. And we said that we use will on all subjects, we use shall on I and we only in polite offers and requests or suggestions. And where we use will when it is a quick decision or spontaneous decision, when it is a prediction without evidence, or when it is a promise or an offer. I will call you tomorrow. We use be going to for future plans. When we say future plans, those are things we planned before, decisions made before. They are not surprised. We made them before and then we're just waiting for the implementation. And we use it for prediction, but when we have evidence, that's when we use be going to. I'm going to travel next week. Adverbs of manner, they tell us how an action is done or how it is done. Slowly, quickly, and take adjective plus ly. She runs quickly. And we learned what we call verb patterns, infinitives and gerunds. We said that we have some verbs followed by infinitive, we have some verbs followed by gerund. Infinitive is to plus v1, base verb, plus infinitive. And gerund, it is verb plus ing. I like dancing, I want to eat. Have got talks about possession, things you own. I have got a new phone. Remember we said have got is used in British, and in America we use have or has. We use has got for he, she, it. We use have got for I, you, we, they. Quantifiers. We learned much, many, few, little, a little. We said we use much in positive for uncountable. We use many for negative. Much is negative uncountable nouns. Many is negative countable nouns. And we use a few for positive countable nouns. A little is positive uncountable nouns. I have many friends. We also learned what we call the word order, subject, verb, object. And when we have place and time, we say subject, verb, object, place and time. She reads a book, for example, at home in the evening or at night. We have learned conjunctions and, but, or, so, because. We said that we use and to join similar ideas. But is used to give contrast or difference, or is used to give choice. So is used for results. Because is used for reason. I'm tired but happy. We learned also whose and possessive s to show ownership. We use the whose to ask the question. We put s to give the answer. We just write the noun and then apostrophe s. Whose bag is this? It's Mike's. This, that, these, those. They are called demonstrative pronouns. We say that this and that, we use them for singular nouns. These and those, we use them on plural nouns. This is used for something which is near and single. That is used for something which is far and singular. These is used for things which are plural and near. Those is for things which are far and plural. This is my car. Those are apples. Can or can't is used to show ability or permission. I can swim. You can't park here. Talks about ability or permission. We also learn the difference between this and it. We use this for introducing something. We use it for continuing talking about that thing. This is my pen. It is blue. We also learned everyday vocabulary like good morning, how are you, things like that. So let's see how grammar connects to skills. Grammar supports communication. It's not just theories. This is something you should know. Grammar is not, it supports communication. It is not just a theory. And again, the present simple and the present continuous is used when talking about daily life actions. When we learned questions and preposition, that was to understand basic conversation, and articles and adjectives they were helping you to identify sentence meaning, and the word order and verb tenses helps you in writing short paragraphs or notes. Thank you so much. Hope to see you in the next lesson. Ciao, ciao.